everyone, it's Christy. Hi. Today I'm going to show you how to make two really quick and yummy salad dressings that I use on my salads. And the first one is a honey, in quotation, basil dressing. And what you're going to need is, you are going to need 1/3 cup of lime juice, and I usually just buy the bottled lime, but you can do fresh if you want. Then you're going to need 3 tablespoons of fresh basil, and I have a basil plant out in my garden, and so I just pick a couple of leaves. And for those who don't know, and you probably do, but for those who don't, I just want to show you how I chop my fresh basil. I just grab a bunch of leaves, and I usually try to pick the oldest from my plant, and I kind of just stack them like this, just like that. I stack them just like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to roll them, and this is actually kind of a thick stack, so you just roll it like that, and you have a little basil roll. Then you take your knife and just kind of slice the ends. And this is the easiest way that I've found to slice my basil. And you do the same thing with these. Take them. It doesn't have to be perfect. Roll it, fold it. And just kind of mince it up a little bit. And you have your basil. The other ingredients you're going to need is you're going to need 2 to 3 tablespoons of sweetener. Now I'm using Truvia right now, but you can use your stevia or you can use Sweet and Low. And you're going to need 1 tablespoon of MCT oil. If you don't have MCT oil, you can melt coconut butter or coconut oil and have that as your oil. But if you're making this in a huge quantity, your coconut oil, if you chill it, will solidify again. So you kind of have to watch that. If you're only making like 1 serving for your meal at the time, then you could totally use coconut oil. But for the meantime, I'm going to use MCT oil, and that you're going to need 1 tablespoon. And I'll have all these ingredients and measurements in the vlog. And then you're going to need about a quarter teaspoon of salt, and I use kosher salt. So what you're going to do, it's pretty simple. If you don't have a magic bullet, you just use a blender. You're going to take all of your ingredients, there's your basil. Oh, and I also put like a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum in there because I like my dressings just a little bit thick, and the xanthan gum is definitely a thickener. And then 1 tablespoon of MCT. And for those who don't have MCT oil, I can get mine at my local vitamin cottage, but you also can find it online. And then just I just put a little bit of salt in there. And if you want to spice it up, you can put any kind of seasonings in it, but I kind of just like it the way it is. And I think that's it. Yep. And then you wanna, and this just makes 1 serving. All this recipe makes 1 serving. You just take it and put it in the magic bullet and let it go. Oh, and it would help if I plugged it in. And this is what it looks like when it's all done. It's rich. The Truvia makes it really sweet, so if you don't like it too sweet, I would cut the Truvia in half, but I kind of like it a little sweet. but oh, is it yummy on a spinach and chicken salad. So that's the first one. Now we're going to go to the second dressing. Alright, so here is the second dressing, and I have 3. So this is the second one. This is the the tomato lime vinaigrette. And it's kind of funny that I call it a vinaigrette because there's absolutely no vinegar in this. But it kind of tastes like a vinaigrette when you have it on your salad. So what you want to do is you want to get 3/4 of a cup of 100% tomato juice, and I get this at Whole Foods or Sunflower Market or Sprouts. But you got to make sure that it's 100% juice, because don't do a V8 or don't do vegetable juice. Just make sure that it's 100% tomato juice. And then your next ingredient is going to be 1/4 cup of lime juice. And then in here I have a teaspoon of parsley, a half a teaspoon of dried oregano, and a quarter teaspoon of ground cumin. And that's in that. And then you take 1 small jalapeno pepper and you cut it in half and you seed it and you dice it up. And for those who don't know how to cut up peppers, make sure you wear gloves, because if you get it on your hands and you get it in your eyes, it's going to burn. And just a little bit of salt. So what you want to do, again, just pour everything into your blender. And again, I do a quarter teaspoon of xanthan gum, just to make it just a little bit thicker. There's your jalapeno, your lime juice, your parsley, cumin, and oregano. Your xanthan gum, and your little bit of salt. And then you put the lid on it, and you watch it blend. I kind of just shake it up a little bit. You just want to make sure that those jalapeno peppers are all mixed up good. And then you have your tomato lime dressing. This also makes a great sauce for chicken. If you want to do like a tomato marinade for chicken, and that's your dressing for that one. And now we're going to do the last dressing. Alright, and so here is the final dressing, and this is a garlic basil vinaigrette, and this one actually has vinegar in it. So what you want, your ingredients are 1/3 cup of low sodium chicken broth, and I use the organic chicken broth. 1/3 cup of that. Then you need 1.5 tablespoons of fresh chopped basil, and then you will need 1 tablespoon of MCT oil, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and again I use the bottle, but if you want to do fresh, that's fine. 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar, 1 teaspoon of ground mustard, and I just use the powder, 3 cloves of garlic, and I just half them because when you put them into the blender they chop up themselves, and then fresh ground black pepper. And again, all you do is you put it all into the blender. There's your chicken broth, here's your basil, then we need a tablespoon of the MCT oil, tablespoon of the fresh lemon or lemon juice. A tablespoon of the red wine vinegar. A teaspoon of ground mustard. I can get it in there. I need a bigger mustard jar. The 3 cloves of garlic. Fresh ground pepper. And again, this is only for 1 serving. 1 to 2 servings. And then again, I put xanthan gum in it just as a thickener. And then you blend it. And there you have it. You have 3 quick and easy dressings that you can have as dipping sauces, as salad dressings. You have your honey basil dressing, your tomato lime vinaigrette, and your garlic basil vinaigrette. And I think out of all of these 2 are my favorite. But this is really good, like I said, on chicken, because it has almost like because of the pepper in it, the jalapeno pepper, it kind of gives it like almost a taco salsa taste to it. So there they are, and now I'm going to choose one to put on my salad for lunch. I hope you enjoyed this. I will put everything as far as the recipes down underneath, and if you have any questions, just PM me or IM me, and I can definitely help you. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye.